Right. Right, let's get seated. Sit down. Alright. Alright, welcome to PCGamer Radio. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and I thought I'd do a little nightcap video, as I did one on the sister channel, Kickstarter Radio. Seems to be getting some good feedback, so I thought I'd do one for PCGamer Radio just to talk about the state of graphics cards at the minute. Because I'm still with my GTX 980. I'm waiting for a card that I can afford, frankly, and all that stuff. And in preparation for all these new cards, I've got myself a 58 3D. Is it a 5800X 3D card from AMD? I've not put that in yet. I've not slotted it in, as it's like overkill for my 980, but whatever card I get, it should match up nicely with it. And I don't know, were you frankly shocked at the fact that these new graphics cards, the 4000 series and the new AMD RDNA 3 cards, didn't affect graphic card prices at all? I mean, the prices have been stationary. Usually when new cards come out, there's usually a waterfall effect where cards become cheaper. And no one seems to be questioning this at all on the interweb, so I'm going to give you my 2 cents on this issue. Now, when Nvidia announced the 4000 series, just the announcement, not the launch or anything like that, it was Jensen talking. He basically said that here is the 4000 series. This is when he famously linked to 4080s at the same splash screen. And he basically said, for anybody else, there's a 3000 series. And it was really odd that he said that. No one really picked up on that, but for me it was clear that there was going to be a change in paradigm in business model, because everything that we have experienced in the past with graphics cards is no longer present. That's true. You know, if you go back 10 years ago, the flagship mobile phones were $500. If you go back that time, graphics cards were $500. How much is a flagship phone these days? $2,000. How much is a flagship GPU these days? $2,000. So, it's not $2,000, I hear you screaming, yeah. You know, the 4090 is, can you get that for less than $2,000 at the minute? I mean, it's really expensive, isn't it? I mean, it's if you can get it cheaper than that, then, you know, it's pretty good, but it's still very expensive, isn't it? So what I basically think that we can't look at it. We can't look at this graphics cards model anymore historically. We have to kind of look at this new model, which is basically copying the mobile phone market or the cell phone market. The flagship comes out, it's over $1,000. Yikes. We have a non-flagship but similar, which is less. That'll be the 4080, and we're going to get this now mid-range, which is going to be the 4070 Ti, which is going to be the round about 800, which is probably following the flagship models if you look at Samsung and Apple. And if you don't want the new stuff, you go back to the old stuff, which is where there is plenty. However, the old stuff's still at the same price it was when it came out at launch. I mean, goodness gracious. You're paying recommended retail price for something that's maybe 2 years old. Oy. However, when the 4070 Ti comes in, there's certain people saying, oh, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as the AMD cards. Those AMD cards, number one, are more expensive. And number two, do we really need that for rasterization? Surely you're going for the 4000 series for ray tracing. Like, hello! Rasterization is no longer a priority in a graphics card, isn't it? I mean, everything coming out in the future is gonna have it on it, isn't it? Probably, most likely. So, you know, if the 4070 comes out, it's apparently going to be at least double the ray tracing of a 3080. Goodness gracious. I mean, we don't know for certain. We're going to get real world numbers this week, aren't we, to see. But if it is, that surely has to make the 3080 waterfall down in price. Goodness me. I mean, hopefully we will see a waterfall effect when the 4070 Ti comes out. I'm hoping to get a 4070 if it's not that expensive, but I just can't justify $1,000 for a graphics card. I mean, I don't even have a cell phone. I mean, the last time I had a cell phone was 9 years ago. I want to say 9 years ago. And I just don't use a cell phone, peeps. I just don't need one. So I've not been sinking $2,000 every year on a cell phone. Nope. And so there it is. Hopefully the 47 is going to have a waterfall effect down. And also, you know, you've got Intel with the A770 is... there's been some positive spin videos of that of recent times. Of course, the problem with the 7070 is it has a bit of problems with legacy games and all that stuff. And you know, I don't know how much of a PC gamer you are, but for me, I do like going back into older games every now and then. And certainly, if your card feels like it's getting old, you tend to play games that aren't AAA. And, you know, you go into that wonderful area of the market you might not have looked at if you've got a flagship card. A bit like Potionomics that I covered on my channel. It's a fantastic game that you're probably not even going to be interested in if you've got a AAA game, because you're out playing the awesome stuff that's out there that has the attention for the flagship cards, right? So, why am I talking about the Intel Arc? Well, the Arc is called the A770, is it? I can't remember what's the A for. I can't remember. The B is Battle. They've got Celestial, then they've got Druid. So they've gone A, B, C, D, Intel. And Intel are going to do something at CES, and hopefully they're going to unveil the B770. And this is going to be the follow-up of the A770. Celestial. I can't remember what the A means. But anyway, we're going to see the B770 in 2023. And hopefully that will have double the performance of the A770. And if it does have double the performance of the A770, then it's going to be in the running for a ray tracing card. And AMD need to be worried about that, in my opinion. I think Intel definitely here could overtake AMD with ray tracing power. That's just a prediction, if you like. But whatever the case, I am hoping to snag a card. You know, the 3080 still is a great card, and my screen's a 1440p 144 hertz screen, so I kind of need a bit of juice. So it would be great. 3080 at $500. That seems almost like impossible. But if the 4070 Ti comes out and it is significantly better than the 3080 and around about the same price as the 3080 right now, there has to be a waterfall effect, right? Has to be. So is the 3080 going to come down into a good enough price to snap up if you're not interested in the 4000 series? We shall see. Is it worth hanging out and just saving up for the 4070 if it's outside my budget? Or should I be just snagging the 3080 when it hits $500, peeps? I'm interested to know what you think. Or just simply wait for Intel and maybe go for the B770 as a like a left field thing to do with PC gaming. I don't know, peeps. This is just me doing a nightcap talk, talking about the graphics card industry. I'd love to know your thoughts down below, and I can't wait this week to find all about the 4070 and see if it has a waterfall effect. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I'm hoping to do more of these nightcap chats, as there's normally something on my chest that I want to talk about. So yeah, if you get subscribed to the channel, you'll get notified when I do my next video like this. And yeah, if you've not played Rift Breaker, I'm doing the Let's Play of that incredible base building game. Wonderful. I highly recommend that game. Anyway, peeps, you take care, stay safe. Happy New Year to everybody. Have fun gaming and all that jazz. And I'm going to say bye-bye for me, Lipstickpaddy. So you take care. Bye-bye.